Good evening. Welcome to the business meeting of Florence City Council. If we could all stand, please. We pray for the wisdom to make decisions that are beneficial to the people represented here. Empower us to speak honestly, reflect wisely, and vote with integrity. We seek your guidance tonight. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Miss Wingo?
Here.
Miss Chambers?
Here.
Mr. Wynn?
Here.
Miss Whalen?
Here.
Mr. Schneider?
Here.
Miss Cable?
Here.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
For your consideration, approval of the minutes of the business meeting, April 14th, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Wynn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, for your consideration, minutes of the special meeting, April 21st, 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Wynn,
Second.
second by Ms. Chambers. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have oaths of office for our police department. Chief Mallory, would you like to introduce our new officers?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Tonight we're swearing in 4 new recruits to the Florence Police Department. These 4 recruits came out on top of a large pool of applicants that were trying to become a Florence police officer. The 4 recruits are Ryan Burkhart, Jacob Deaton, Steve Donald, and Landon Rogers. If you guys could come up, please. Guys, just want to stand up in there. A little something about each recruit. Ryan Burkhart is 43 years old, resides in Hebron, Kentucky, with his wife Rachel and 4 children. He is a 2001 graduate of Heritage Academy. After high school, Ryan enlisted in the service with the United States Marine Corps. After military service, Ryan went on to get his bachelor's degree in organizational leadership from Northern Kentucky University, and then a master's degree in ministerial leadership from Southeastern University. Most recently, Ryan worked for Seven Hills Church as a pastor. Jacob Deaton is 27 years old and resides in Florence, Kentucky, with his wife Katie and 2 children. He is a 2017 graduate of South Laurel High School in London, Kentucky. After high school, Jacob went on to receive a bachelor's degree in business administration from Campbellsville University. Jacob most recently worked for Accelerant as a manager of partner growth. Next, we have Steve Donald. He is 28 years old and resides in Florence with his wife Sophia, their 3-year-old son, and a newborn son. Very small. Steve is a 2016 graduate of Monroe Junior High School in Ohio. He most recently worked for Amazon as a dispatcher. And finally, we have Landon Rogers. He is 21 years old and resides in Walton, Kentucky. He is a 2023 graduate of Walton Corona High School and is currently enrolled in Northern Kentucky University. Landon most recently worked for FedEx as a school operator. All 4 will complete the online portion of the academy and then will report to the Department of Criminal Justice in Richmond for additional 18 weeks of training. So please join me in welcoming these 4 to the Florence Police Department.
Gentlemen, welcome to Florence. If you would please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you remain a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of police officer for the city of Florence according to law? And do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have you accepted a challenge to fight with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending? And do you further solemnly swear that you will endeavor to the best of your ability to detect all gamblers and other violating the laws against gaming? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Just for you all to sign your oaths. There should be two
Yours
signatures.
in the right order. Has that got your name on it?
Congratulations.
Both of them?
Just a second.
Congratulations. All right, you guys just want to hold them one time, and then we'll get a picture. And family can come up and stand and take pictures if you'd like.
Yes, please, come on up.
Finally, just want to thank family and friends and all for taking out to support Peaceful. The support group is very vital in helping them make it through the academy, FBO training, and their careers. Thank you all for coming out.
Just thank you for sharing these officers with our family, or your family. We will take good care of them, and they will, I'm sure, excel in their role as a police officer, and we look forward to seeing them during the fall.
You guys want to introduce family or anybody that wants to attend with you guys?
My name's Ryan Burkhart. This is my wife, Rachel. If you'd like to stand up. James, second son, Adam, and then John for you, that son right there, and then Eve, my daughter. My mom, Pam, and my dad, John, and other family and friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you, guys.
Jacob Eaton. I'm lucky to have a full host of people here. So my wife Katie, I have my son Benjamin, and then I have Graham out there who decided to make some noise prior. And then I have my mom and my dad, Chris and Cynthia, and then I'm very lucky to also have my in-laws here. My father and mother-in-law, Brian and Kathy Ponder, along with my Joe and
I'm Steve Donald. I have my lovely wife here. If you want to stand up. I got my cousins in the back. I have my aunt up front. I have my oldest son up front. And I have my grandma there, and my youngest son actually just went with my mom.
Landon Rogers. I've got basically these first two whole rows here. Mom, sisters, brother-in-laws, whole family.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Where's mine? Oh, I left it. There it is. Okay. For your consideration, we have second reading an ordinance Adopting and approving a concept development plan and a commercial 2 plan development Mall Road District for an approximate 10.7 acre site located at 7606 to 7654 Mall Road, Florence, Kentucky, to allow the creation of an outlot and the construction of an approximate 990 square foot eating and drinking establishment. This is a coffee house with drive-through service, Dutch Brothers Coffee. The effect of this ordinance is to allow a change of concept development plan in a commercial 2 plan development Mall Road, C2 PD MR District for an approximate 10.7 acre site located at 7606 to 7654 Mall Road, Florence, Kentucky, to allow the creation of an outlot and the construction of an approximate 990 square foot eating and drinking establishment with drive-through service. The full text of Ordinance 07-2026, including its exhibits, is available for examination in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Florence, Kentucky, in the Florence Government Center, 8100 Ewing Boulevard, Florence, Kentucky, during regular office hours. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Ms. Wingo, second by Mr. Nguyen. This was discussed at the Planning and Zoning Committee. This was also discussed at caucus. We did have a first reading on this, and this is the second reading. Is there any other additional discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Wingo?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Ms. Whalen?
Yes.
Mr. Snyder?
Yes.
Ms. Cable?
Yes.
Mayor, motion passes 6-0.
Next, for your consideration, it's a first reading of an ordinance 09-2026, an ordinance of the City of Florence, Kentucky, amending the budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year of the city, Amendment Number 1. This ordinance represents an amendment to the fiscal year 2025-26 budget for the City of Florence. The purpose of this amendment is to reflect the following changes in the city budget. Number 1, general fund, departmental expenditures, and administration contractual services, special attorney fees to employ outside counsel related to federal investigation into revenue diversion, professional fees for enhanced audit services, as well as advisory services for in-depth financial controls, IT, tax compliance, and HR risk assessments. Operating and maintenance, increase in telecommunications service budget due to increase in service costs for 2026. In fire, personnel services, community paramedic expense pass-through for the COPIC program, which has since been defunded. Number 2, general fund, capital outlay. Most increases in capital outlay in all departments are for carryover amounts from the fiscal year 25 budget. 2 budget requests are listed below. The special project for fire substation, this is for final bills payable to third-party contractors, and miscellaneous fire equipment is for an additional cardiac monitor. Number 3, golf course fund expenditures, accounting and audit fees for enhanced audit services. Water and sewer fund, audit fees for enhanced audit services. Number 5, municipal aid road fund, MARF, increase to snow removal and emergencies budget due to multiple snowstorms in 2026. Number 6, all applicable funds, vision insurance allocations. This is incorporation of the prior year audited fund balance amounts from the fiscal year 2024 year-end audit, carryovers for the budgeted operating and capital items from the prior year, increases in estimates for capital projects and expenditures for the current year, and increases in all departments for personnel costs due to personnel policy changes and authorized positions and pay plans adopted in October of 2024 through Ordinance 018-2024. The full text of Ordinance 09-2026, including its exhibits, is available for examination in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Florence, Kentucky, and Florence Government Center, 8100 Ewing Boulevard, Florence, Kentucky, during regular office hours. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Ms. Wingo? Second by Mr. Schneider. We did discuss this at caucus. Jason, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, just one correction on number 1 there. It should say fiscal year 2025 year-end audit. That's it.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Wingo?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Ms. Whalen?
Yes.
Mr. Snyder?
Yes.
Ms. Cable?
Yes.
Mayor, motion passes 6-0.
For your consideration, next we have Ordinance 010-2026. It's a first reading for an ordinance related to the City of Florence, Kentucky Police Department rules and regulations and amending prior ordinances relating thereto, including ordinance number 0102 and 0983. The previous rules and regulations governing the City of Florence, Kentucky Police Department were adopted by the city in 1983 and last updated in 2002. It is necessary to update the existing rules and regulation. Most amendments to the previously existing and adopted rules and regulations are minor corrections and reorganization. The primary purpose for updating the rules and regulations is to conform them with Kentucky Revised Statutes addressing the Police Officers' Bill of Rights, codified in KRS 15.520. To the extent there are any inconsistencies in previously adopted rules and regulations, those sections, paragraphs, and clauses contained in this ordinance, O10-2026, shall govern. The full text of Ordinance O10-2026, including its exhibits, is available for examination in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Florence, Kentucky, in the Florence Government Center, 8100 Ewing Boulevard, during regular office hours. Is there a motion to approve? Mr. Nguyen? Second by Ms. Cable. Any discussion?
I just want to say I appreciate Chief getting us the strike-through and copy so that we could compare. Thank you very much.
Any further discussion?
Mayor, I'd just like to add.
Chief Mallory?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. This whole process, like I said, I went back and forth, myself, the two captains, our HR, Mr. Neighbor, went back and forth just to get these updated and in line with what we need to. We are accredited through the Kentucky Association of Chiefs of Police, and every 4 years, they come in and do a whole overview of our department, make sure our policies are up to date, make sure our training is up to date, and everything that we use as far as evidence collection and processing is its best practices. And just want to let you all know that we went through that process this past month, and we just found out last week that we passed, and we are now re-accredited once again for another 4 years. So, thank you. It was a whole department and city effort, and I would like to thank Lieutenant Eric Daniels. He was our accreditation manager this go-around, and it's a very time-consuming process, and he did a great job. But to start out with, that this was kind of where we started with the whole updating the rules and regs to make sure that it would pass accreditation and that we were good with everything that we were doing. So, thank you all for passing the first reading.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Wingo?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Ms. Whalen?
Yes.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
Ms. Cable?
Yes.
Mayor, motion passes 6-0.
For your consideration, we have Ordinance O11-2026. This is an ordinance amending Title 7 by adding Chapter 74 to the Code of Ordinances to the City of Florence, Kentucky, regulating motor vehicle queues on all public streets and rights of way originating from commercial, industrial, and non-residential properties that create obstructions on public rights of way and causing public safety hazards. The effect of this ordinance is to create a new section of Title 7 by adding Chapter 74 to the City of Florence, Kentucky's Code of Ordinances. This ordinance addresses motor vehicle queuing onto public streets and rights-of-way from commercial, industrial, and non-residential properties. The ordinance provides that enforcement shall be implemented through the existing city's Code Enforcement Board. The ordinance set forth civil penalties for violations of the ordinance, and the ordinance is intended to promote the safe and efficient movement of traffic onto public streets and rights-of-way within the city. The full text of Ordinance O11-2026, including its exhibits, is available for examination in the office of the City Clerk at the City of Florence, Kentucky, and the Florence Government Center, 8100 Ewing Boulevard, during regular office hours. Is there a motion to approve? Mr. Nguyen?
Second.
Second by Ms. Wingo. We did have discussion on this. Mr. Hunt, do you have additional discussion?
Just a quick update that in your memo, you did receive some language in there talking about how there were administrative and clarifying changes to the ordinance that didn't change anything that much. So if you have any questions on those, I'm more than happy to answer them.
Any discussion?
I'd just like to say thanks to Josh. I think he did a great job on this. I told you that today earlier, but good job on it. Thanks.
Any other discussion? Ms. Cable?
I did have a few questions.
You can pull down your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I do have a few questions if you have a quick second. KRS 189.450 is one of our KRS codes in regards to the law enforcement of the queuing and whatnot, of blocking the right-of-way. So where does the responsibility of the driver end and the responsibility of the business owner to begin?
So there's nothing about the ordinance that negates an officer's ability to cite somebody on the road. And if you're responding to an issue, that will ultimately be the officer's call if they're going to cite the driver or cite the business. If you read into the ordinance, what is really targeting is when queuing is starting at the business and extending all the way out, that is a violation. There's nothing that says that both people couldn't be cited, one through KRS by police and then one through code enforcement to go after the business.
Okay. And I know that this isn't geared towards any specific business, but how does this, or does this apply to any of the churches in the area? I don't believe it does. It doesn't apply to any of the schools, correct?
Schools have kind of like sovereign immunity. None of our zoning regulations or anything like that would apply to them. In terms of churches, they have police details, so this wouldn't apply to them. Anything with the special event, a lot of times churches are holding special events, they'll get an application, there's an approved traffic control plan with that, so that would be exempt from this as well.
Okay.
Any further discussion?
Just one question.
Ms. Whalen?
Yes, ma'am.
You talked about schools having immunity from a lot of different things, and so this wouldn't fall under our code enforcement or be able to be enforced under that, but it doesn't stop the police department from citing anybody who is blocking the roadway trying to get into a school.
Correct. I mean,
A lot of times it backs up onto Weatherington and 42. I think it backs up onto 42 from the Ackerman complex. There's a lot of that occurs. So this doesn't apply as far as code enforcement. And then potentially could apply if the police department determined they wanted to cite under that.
we wouldn't cite the school. We would
Right,
cite
right.
a driver under the KRS.
Right.
correct? We wouldn't cite under the ordinance.
Right.
Correct.
Right. And then if a code enforcement officer determines that this is a violation, they go out there, somebody calls them, says they're blocking the roadway, what's the code officer's process? I mean, they have to take pictures of the violation and write the letter and then mail it to the business, so there's not an immediate,
If there's an immediate life safety issue, the process would be, and we're going to have big meetings on this when it rolls out, assuming that it passes, that they would contact a police officer to get involved at that point in time, because that's who we'd want shutting essentially the curb cut down if it warranted that. But it would follow the same code enforcement procedures in terms of a certified letter going out and going through that whole process there. Ultimately, it is my hope that this forces the conversation, get quick action done for permanent fixes for these businesses that are impeding the public roadway.
Can I just ask, or kind of
Any
go a
other
little
questions?
further
Oh,
into
Ms.
that?
Cable?
Sorry.
Yes.
When you refer to, hopefully that opens up that discussion. Obviously, this isn't occurring during planning and zoning when we're looking at this. So will this then be part of the process going forward as our conditions?
So I will say that it is always looked at within planning and zoning. I've reviewed hundreds of plans throughout my career. Not one time have I ever reviewed a plan that showed queuing going from a business out into a public roadway. It would never pass. Here recently, we have started to implement certain zoning conditions. I think the last two projects that dealt with high turnover uses, we implemented those conditions. So those will continue to go forward, and then we are looking at the zoning regulations that we're going to change the stacking standards again. The biggest part of this ordinance is it gives our officers the ability to immediately address a safety issue.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Wingo?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Ms. Whalen?
yes?
Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
Ms. Cable?
Yes.
Mayor, motion passes 6-0.
For the mayor's report, just a reminder that the Florence Aquatic Center memberships are on sale now for the preseason discount. Need to hurry because that will be going away May 1st. Applications are now open for the second annual Florence Public Works Academy. Actually, it's the third. I keep, remember to just change that. A 7 weeks hands-on training program running from July 8th to July 24th, designed to provide valuable skills and certifications in public works. Participants will gain experience in concrete work, storm sewer installation, landscaping, emergency vehicle maintenance, and more, with flexible scheduling options available. Application is on the city website, and you can contact the Public Services Department at 859-647-5416 for more information. Tomorrow morning, join me for coffee with the mayor from 8:30 to 9:30 for informal conversation over free coffee and light snacks. It's a great opportunity to ask questions, share ideas, and stay connected with what's happening in our city. There'll be representative from each of our departments there. With spring in full bloom, it is the perfect time to start capturing the beauty of Florence. Our citywide photo contest begins this Friday, May 1st, and runs through May 15th. You can email your photos to photocontest@florence-ky.gov. Florence Public Services Night Out for our department will be on Tuesday, May 19th at the Florence Mall parking lot from 4 to 6:30 p.m. Come on over and check out some of the vehicles and equipment that we use in the Public Services Department. The Memorial Day Parade will be held on Monday, May 25th. The parade will begin at Boone County High School at 10 a.m. and will end at the Florence Government Center. Following the parade, Memorial Day ceremony will be held at Boone County Veterans Memorial, located at the Florence Government Center. For more information, you can contact the Administration Department at 859-647-8177. Is there anyone on council who desires recognition? Ms. Whalen?
I attended the library open house yesterday afternoon. They did say they had about 20 to 25 people show up in the morning session. I'm not sure how many they had last night, but they were going to go ahead and leave all of the display boards up at the library for the rest of this week, and there's also an online survey that you can do. They had a QR code there, but I'm sure their website also has access to that. I would encourage the people that didn't get a chance to go up there to either take a look at it or log on. A new library for the city of Florence has been an important issue for us for a long time. And this is at least our opportunity to voice that concern and express our interest and ideas of what that looks like. So go on back up to the library, take a look at what they've left up there, or log on and take their survey.
Yeah, thank you. I think there was about 20, when I went in the evening, it was maybe about 20 people that went through. Pat?
The survey did come out online. It was emailed to me today. So I did
Anyone that
see it.
had
Yeah,
a library card
yeah,
got it emailed.
okay. So it's out there. It's not very long. It's a lot of check these boxes or make a few comments on it. So it's pretty short to fill in, but feel free to make any comments that you feel are important for the library board to know.
Very good. Anyone else? Any department heads? Anyone in the audience desire recognition? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Nguyen and Ms. Whalen, all in favor?
Aye?
Any opposed? Motion carries. Have a great night, everybody.